Christopher Brown thrown out of the circle. Logan Cockrell enters to take his place. Cockrell on his weak side for this draw against Betts on his strong side. Both left shots lined up with Zach Carson dropping the puck. Our officials for tonight's game, number 7, Will Kelly, and number 9, Hunter Mottinger, are the referees. Number 61, Zach Carson, who drops the faceoff won by Florida, alongside number 77, Billy Gubelman, are our linesmen. Tyson, left flank, up top to Sandbrook. Wrist shot through traffic, scores! 10 seconds of power play time. All Florida needed. Sandbrook's shot makes it all the way through, and it's 1-0 Florida, 2:15 into the game. Lined up, and this faceoff controlled back by Nadeau for Jacksonville. Brown down to the goal line for Harris, close side into the slot. Nadeau couldn't get it out of his skates. Jacksonville resetting on the perimeter. Cockrell to Harris, far side now. Up top for Lowen. Looks, finds Brown. Puts it down to the goal line for Nadeau. In the corner, Centerami gets to him, applies pressure, trying to steal and clear, can't. Cockrell around the backside of the net for Harris. Goes over Nadeau, not able to get it by Johnson, who sealed up the post. Cockrell falling down, able to get it away for Harris. His pass broken up, and Allen takes it away and skates it away. Down the ice, gains the red line, lofts it in deep. Gloved down by Vernon for Brown. 44 seconds left on the power play for Jacksonville. Lowen waiting behind his net with it. Former Atlanta Gladiator moving up the ice. Stick handling, gains the red line, dumps it in. Makes its way over to the far corner at Florida's end. Doherty against Van Wy after the puck. MacArthur joins in for Jacksonville, comes free, and right over to Lowen. Across, Nadeau towards the net, scores! Olivier Nadeau goes 5-hole on Cam Johnson, and Jacksonville gets a power play goal to tie the game at 1 with 9:28 left to go in the middle. Face-off controlled back to Moberg. Now Doherty loops it hard around the glass in Jacksonville's end. On the near side, Betts trying to force it down low, didn't work out, and Jacksonville gets a clear. It's clear that Jacksonville has generated a good bit of energy off of that power play goal.
Oh, man, you can hear the hits from where we're at, partner. They are loud and coming at a premium.
Harris into the middle. Cockrell scores. A quick turnover, and Jacksonville's up 2-1 with 8:14 to go in the second period. It's Logan Cockrell's first career playoff goal. 44 seconds left, so once Lansdale gets out of the box, assuming Florida gets through the rest of this kill, they'll have just over 3 minutes left to try and tie the game at 5-on-5, and then eventually 6-on-5 to pull the goalie. Wraparound try, taken away before MacArthur could finish. Cleared all the way down by the Everblades, under 30 to go now before Lansdale's out of the box. Lodermeyer on the close boards, left for MacArthur. Pass pinballs into the Blades end, right to Doherty. Settles, stretches the ice ahead to Betts, one-on-one. Betts, a shot, makes its way through, he scores! A short-handed squeaker of a shot for Kyle Betts leaks through Vernon. And with 3:29 to go in the third, Florida gets a short-handed goal to tie the game at 2. The game still goes on. 9:49 left in overtime. What we might have to specify now, Trey, is overtime number 1.
Yep.
Still awaiting our game winner.
This cannot end in a deadlock. Both teams can't walk away with a point. There are no points.
There's only a Game 1 win at stake. Glove side face-off in Jacksonville zone. Down to our broadcast right, Gisevich in the circle. Goes over onto the wall off the draw. Jacksonville gets it up the near boards, but not out. Chow along the perimeter. Takes it down to the goal line. Harris on him, puck gets away. Gisevich trying to sneak it behind his back for Betts, didn't work out. Now Moberg along the right wall. Florida still controlling. Moberg off a give and go, backs up to the point, puts it down the boards for Chow, looking across, nobody open, goes down below the goal line for Betts. Taken off a puck by Lowen, but Chow there to recover. Now Betts has it behind the net. Shoved by Hislop. Gisevich helping out. Both wingers, great job helping out their centerman. But the puck now taken away, and Cockrell moving up one-on-one against Doherty. Cockrell forced over towards the far corner to our broadcast left. Great defensive work by Connor Doherty, not biting at all on Cockrell's moves. Against the red line, Gisevich shoved down. Puck came up with him, but not able to take it in. Ahead to Grando, and he just rolled off that check. Doherty, he had him lined up in the train tracks, but couldn't bowl him over.
Caution, objects in rearview mirror are closer than they appear.
Making its way onto the near side boards. Hargrove gets it up to the point. Sandbrook, a shot. Pinballs away. Below the goal line, grabbed by Lambden. Outside the right circle, his shot towards the slot, ricocheted off his skate. Jacksonville clears, puck not enough for icing, so the Blades have to get back onto it. Jacksonville takes it though. Grando puts it away to the far boards on a pinch. Chukarov shovels it down low. Out front, Van Wy's pass off of Johnson popped out to the top of the crease, but nobody there in white for it. At the point, Nadeau holding on side. Shot towards the net, kicked away by Johnson, and Van Wy couldn't get a stick on the rebound. Now Lambden moving up for Florida. Hard wrap into Jacksonville's territory. Vernon stopped it, left it for Suprika. Backhanded away on the far boards. Nadeau gets it out the rest of the way to the red line, and now coming up it's Chukarov, the defenseman. Pass over to the far wall. MacArthur goes below the goal line. Lambden shoved by Lodermeyer. Lambden able to get away with the puck. Ahead for Fighton, and Florida advances 2-on-2. It's Fighton with Needham. Fighton down the right side. Takes it below the goal line. Puts it behind the net for Craig Needham. Back on hand. Nobody open out front on the far boards. Needham lost his stick, looking for a call. None coming his way. Haven't seen any calls in overtime, and probably won't unless it's an absolute must call for these officials. Fighting towards the net. Glove save made by Vernon with 7:25 left in OT.
Yeah, the referees are swallowing their whistles and letting the players play. And we usually see that in overtime because they don't want an outcome to be decided by one particular call.
They're going to call it only if it's like you have to call it.
Yeah, if you have to absolutely call it. And it's going both ways, which is...
No ways.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. As in, like, look, you might get dinged up a little bit. You might get tripped up just a little bit.
You might get your stick yanked out of your hands.
Right. They don't want this game, especially the high stakes of a playoff game, being decided by one crucial call.
Face off in the close circle of Jacksonville's end. Tyson taking the draw against Harris. Second line for Florida. First for Jacksonville out there right now. Icemen take it off the face-off. Up and out it goes to the red line. Brown backhands it in deep. Johnson slows it down, makes its way to the far corner. Moberg there to rim it around the boards. Brown gets to it. Jacksonville taking control, trying to end this game and take a 1-0 series lead. Shot towards the net, blocked just out front, was sitting there for a half second, but Johnson poke checked it away. Now Lansdale coming up for Florida, settles the puck, pass off, Kyle loads into the slot, fires, scores! The comeback crew does it again. A 3-2 overtime win in the playoffs, and Alex Kyle is the hero. 3-2 the final. Florida leads the series 1-0.